welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine, and today we're going to be doing another book related video. If you haven't seen my previous two book reviews, I said that I was going to be doing 21 books this month, or no, 21 books in December. I managed to get through most of the Will Trent series except for one book, and that is going to be posted rather soon. The last one, which will be The Silent Wife. So I did not finish, I did not even start the D.D. Warren series by Lisa Gardner, so I am going to start reading it this month. This month is January, so I'm going to be start reading those, and then I'm going to be adding Before She Disappears, and that comes out on the 19th. I pre-ordered it. It's coming, so that's pretty much all taken care of. But so there will be no wrap-up video this month. Probably like around when I finish these books, I will do a wrap-up video. Just because work's been crazy. December was crazy. I had family, I had Christmas and shopping and all of that crazy stuff. So reading was a little bit of a struggle for me during those. Work was also crazy. So that is an update, you guys. So we're gonna get started. This book is The Last Widow, and it's by Karen Slaughter. And this book, it was good. I enjoyed it immensely. So I'm going to be talking about the characters. I'm also going to be talking about what I like, what I didn't like, and if I had any issues with the book. Then at the very end, I'm going to give you guys a rating. 5 being excellent. So let's get into it. So The Last Widow. So The Last Widow takes place, Will and Sarah are visiting her aunt, and her mother is there. Her mother is giving Sarah a hard time about her and Will basically moving in together, and her mother had an issue, or both of her parents had issues when her and Jeffrey were starting to move in together because they weren't married. And I was a little annoyed just because she's like 40 something, so she doesn't really have to tell them much of anything. So, and her aunt was like, also her aunt was wanting to give them the house, and Sarah was kind of taken aback by that, and she was going to be moving somewhere else, something like that. And Will is doing some outside gardening for her aunt, so he's outside, and she comes out to see how he was doing with the gardening. He had finished, and he takes her to show her something in one of, I think, like the shed area. They started to fool around for a little bit, and then that's when the first explosion hit, and then there was a second one right after that. And after that happened, they decided that they were going to go to the campus where the explosion happened and see if they could help. So her and Will jumped in the car. She was driving. She sees an accident. One of the passengers is dead, and the other men are fine. One of them is injured. And Sarah has said about getting her medical bag out of the glove compartment, and her medical bag is big, so it's in the back. So he took that as he needed to get his gun, and all hell pretty much broke loose. She was held at gunpoint, so was Will, and long story short, she ended up being taken by the leader of this cult, and they take her to like this compound. It's in the mountains. It's very, very secluded, And these kids, the reason why they kidnapped her was something was wrong with these kids in this compound, and so she was trying to help them feel better. And the whole time she's in this compound, it is very interesting to just to see what their like idea was about this cult. And the guy who was in charge of this cult, basically, how do I put this? Basically, the men did all the work, the women stayed home, cooked, cleaned, and take care of the kids. And, I have, like, for me, like, that's just, okay, I'm not even gonna go there. But that was one of the things that this cult, and they didn't like any other race besides white. And they pretty much kept to themselves, and they were planning another attack, and that's pretty much it. I really can't go into any more detail just because if I go into any more detail, it's gonna go into spoiler alert, and it's gonna go into more characters and all this other stuff. So, and a lot of stuff happened in this book. So Will ends up going undercover after some pulling with Amanda because some of the guys saw him. But Will ends up convincing Amanda to let him go undercover. So he goes undercover and is trying to find Sarah. And and he's how do I put this? He doesn't care about what happens to him. He just wants Sarah back. And I had very big issues in this book with Sarah's mom, just because Sarah's mom blamed Will for not protecting her daughter and saying that Jeffrey would never let this happen to Sarah. I don't disagree. I don't agree with her with what she was saying, and I can understand she is upset. She's worried and all of this stuff, but you know that your daughter is in love with this man, but you treat him like trash through pretty much this whole book. And the only person I think that didn't treat him like differently, like didn't treat him bad, was Sarah's sister Tessa and her father. And I'm not gonna go there. But I just did not care for Sarah's mom in this book at all. The things that I didn't like about it, it wasn't slow. It was, there was certain chapters that were kind of long, that were kind of slow. There's really no, I mean, they mentioned rape in this one. Someone was raped. And since Sarah's a doctor, she knows the signs of that. So, what else? With Karen Slaughter's writing, there's always very graphic stuff. So, I mean, it's the typical stuff. So, I enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like was Sarah's mom and her butting in on Sarah's relationship with Will, and the treatment that Sarah's mom gave Will. Those were the only things I didn't like, and those were just the characters and the way that Sarah's mom handled that situation. I just didn't agree with. Didn't like any of the cult leader people. Um, that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, I can't go into too much detail, but I enjoyed it. I would give this book 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. It was really good. I would read it again, honestly. Yeah, the that's pretty much it. Yeah, the only one I don't think I would read again is the Catwoman, but this one I would definitely read again. Most of them I would actually read again. I really enjoyed it. So the next actually 2 books I'm going to be talking about are going to be the Silent Wife, which is going to be the last in the Wiltshire series as of right now. Karen Slaughter is coming out with another book called False Witness. I think that's coming out in like 2022, somewhere around there. And then whenever my other book comes, that's going to be posted. And that is pretty much it. And then the second book I'll be doing was going to be Alone by Lisa Gardner. And those are going to be up. So as always, you guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a safe and happy day. And please remember, hand sanitizer. You guys have a safe and good night. Bye.